Hey, this is JR, aka The Tourist. Today I'm at the Alila in Seminyak, one of Bali's most appealing destinations. Within a few minutes of this resort, you'll find two of Bali's most popular beach clubs, plenty of shopping, and some of the island's best nightlife. Seminyak is popular for a reason, but with that popularity come many of the problems associated with over-tourism. The traffic alone may be too much for some. But that's a good reason to choose the Alila. To pass the threshold of the main gate and move up the wooded driveway to the lobby is to be transported from the hot and hectic streets of Seminyak to the cool and calm interiors of the resort, and then out into the balmy and breathtaking beaches of Bali's western coast. Stick around for a few minutes and I'll show you. If you find yourself enjoying the video, please hit the like button, which is the best way to help others find the video and to support the channel. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We'll head back to the lobby and I'll show you around properly. But do remember, this is not a review, it's merely my impression of the property. The feeling of being transported doesn't stop at the lobby. Walking anywhere on this property is a pleasure. Hopefully my footage will convey to you at least a tiny portion of this feeling. Alila translates to surprise in Sanskrit, and the brand philosophy promises something unexpected, profound, and new. Now I take marketing copy with a grain of salt, so I'm always pleasantly surprised when there's a real connection between the flowery language and the real-life experience of a hotel. That's the case here. Moving about the Alila feels a little like floating. One of the 29 brands under the Hyatt umbrella, Alila was founded in 2001 as an independent hotel brand, but acquired by Hyatt in 2018. There are currently 4 Alila properties on Bali and 16 worldwide. As for this hotel, there are 240 rooms and suites. Although Alila uses suites to describe most of its room categories, when in fact they're just normal rooms, this is a trend I see often and I remain quite resistant to it. I stayed in a King Deluxe room, the entry-level room category. The deluxe rooms are tucked back in an L-shaped building away from the beach and with its own pool. In retrospect, maybe it feels like being hidden away from the higher-paying guests, but I can't say I felt that way at the time. Welcome to room L44. I actually arrived at the Alila after dark and not feeling very well at that. I had just enough energy to get me to the room and crawl into the big and comfortable bed. It wasn't until the morning that I had a proper chance to have a look around. If you appreciate waking up in interesting places and venturing out for new experiences, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post hotel impressions, destination guides, and more. And I'm just getting started. Join me, and we'll tour the world together. The ground floor rooms all have a terrace facing the building's pool. The rooms on the higher floors have balconies and a slightly different room layout. In this room, the bathroom is here on the back side of the room, while the other floors place the bathroom poolside, providing a bathtub with a view. The bathroom is one area where the minimalist design style is obvious. Some may find this style a bit too Spartan. The room was a little light on closet space, but it was enough for me. Back out by the front door is the minibar, which was decently stocked. Quite a few of the resorts I visited in Bali didn't really have anything in the minibar, other than a card inviting you to check out the in-room dining options. Coming out of the terrace and around the pool leads us back to the main area of the resort by a different and quite scenic path. Hyatt counts Alila among its luxury brands, although from what I can tell they vary. The Seminyak property is squarely in the luxury category. By comparison, I've stayed at the Grand Hyatt Bali, which Hyatt also considers a luxury property, and the Alila Seminyak is a step above. I'll be visiting the Andaz Bali soon, and we'll be able to make that comparison as well. I'm not a hotel reviewer, I only want to give you a glimpse inside the property. That said, a little bit of context goes a long way. So, without further ado, I'll give you the tourist do's and don'ts. If you've got your heart set on spending some time in Seminyak, do consider the Alila. The clean lines and contemplative atmosphere is the perfect counterpoint to the madness you'll find all around you. If you're a fan of the chic and contemporary design aesthetic that leans toward the minimal, the Alila is definitely the property for you. And I would say this property is best for couples and for solo travelers or those traveling with friends. On the other hand, if you want to steer clear of this part of Bali, there are resorts of similar quality to be found in quieter areas like Uluwatu or Nusa Dua. Likewise, if you're looking for a property that is heavy on the Balinese design aesthetic or generally has a more maximalist feel, the Alila might not be for you. And finally, the Alila is not an adults-only property, but the vibe is definitely grown and sexy. If you're worried about entertaining little ones, there are more family-oriented resorts to be found. Now, I'm feeling a little hungry. Let's take a quick look at a couple of the pools and then get some breakfast. The website states there are 5 pools in the property. I was only able to find 4 of them. I read a few online reviews and many of them repeat the 5 pools. So either I missed the 5th pool or some of these so-called reviewers have never even visited the hotel. In addition to the pool right outside my room, there are 2 elevated infinity edge pools. One is the relaxed pool, which curates a serene environment. And just over on the other side of the main garden is the family pool. At both of these pools, you can see the magical liminal quality that permeates the Alila. It's hard to tell the edge of the pool from the beginning of the sea beyond. Sea Salt is the resort's main restaurant, and along with Beach Bar, only one of 2 food and beverage outlets on the property. This may seem a low number, but given the Alila's proximity to the rest of Seminyak, it's fine. It also helps that both of these venues are good. I'd come to either, even if I weren't staying at the resort. Sea Salt in particular gets exceptionally high marks and good reviews. The breakfast here was fantastic. There's both a full buffet and a supplemental a la carte menu, which is included in the price. Feel free to pause and have a look at the menu. The vibe here is very loungy, which can sometimes be a gimmick. Nice to look at, but not particularly comfortable. But here it works. Also, the inside to outside design of the restaurant conforms to the same transportive feeling as the rest of the resort. At the Alila Seminyak, all roads lead to the beach. We're almost at the end of our look around the property. We'll make a quick stop by the gym and then head towards the big pool and the beach. The gym is on the smaller side, though, with a good range of equipment. Also, the layout and the spacing of the equipment is such that you won't feel cramped. Heading out towards the main pool, we pass the event center, which is a combination lounge / all-purpose room that opens up onto the pool deck. I shoot most of my footage early in the morning out of respect for the privacy of the other guests. But don't think the pool and the bar aren't popular spots. I'll point out that we just walked through the Beach Bar, the resort's other F&B venue, which is both indoor and outdoor seating. This is the really stylish way to enjoy a sunset cocktail or beer. And at last, we make it to the beach. we've been transported. One thing to note is that there are no chairs or loungers set up on the actual beach. Quite honestly, as much as Seminyak is a beach location, the beach itself isn't so great for bathing and lounging, which is one of the reasons beach clubs are so popular here. But for strolling, for lounging, or for just enjoying the views, the beaches of Seminyak and the surrounding area are tops. The last thing I'll show you is the resort's temple. This is as good a place as any to end our look around the Alila Seminyak. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thanks for staying with me until the end. Stay tuned for future hotel impressions and more.